What is good, friends, and welcome back. I hope you're having a great weekend so far. The fort opened this Friday and the battle is raging in New York. I hope you're having a great conquest. Now, I want to take a break from battle just a minute to give you my feedback about the version 10.2, specifically regarding the main battle tank and the rocket truck. As you know me, I'm a huge main battle tank player. I used to play with this unit from the early days of Warpath, back when it was a medium tank. Now that unit got promoted into a main battle tank when the version 5.0 came live, and this is when it became a sad day for that unit. It fell down the ladder. The helicopter was the king of the battlefield, then the light tank made a comeback. So Lilith is trying to balance out all the units, and now the meta is about to change as the main battle tank is back. Yes, I can safely declare that. I've been playing with this unit since the update, and I noticed a huge increase of better battle reports. Maybe you noticed that as well. I'm dying less often, I'm producing more kills. I'm quite happy, and we're gonna talk into details what happened to this unit. And for those commander ask me, is the main battle tank worth it now? The answer is yes, absolutely. What are you waiting for? Dust off that 7.2 unit, put some parts, and promote that unit to a 9.1, 9.2, and go to town. With the amount of light tanks lurking on the battlefield, the main battle tank will eat a lot. I guarantee you that. Now, what exactly happened with this unit? Let me click and pick my Leopard 2. We will go into the unit features. You notice two things. The first one is now it counters the howitzer. It's not as good as the light tank, but it is much better. Now you can charge a howitzer, demolish one or two unit, and you will take very few damage, and you will most likely wipe those howitzer. It is still not as good as the light tank, as I said, but now I'm running a combo of a light tank and medium tank, and when you see a howitzer, your chance of wiping down this unit is pretty high. I have some footage I will share to you while I'm doing this video. It's still countered by the infantry, super heavy tank, and helicopter. This is nothing new, nothing changed. However, now the main battle tank, every main battle tank, doesn't matter the camp, gets a shield coefficient of 1,000 for 5 seconds after it enters combat. So what happens is when you enter combat, when you make contact with an enemy unit, the shield will pop immediately, last for 5 seconds depending of how strong your opponent is. If you're battling against a light tank, this shield will most likely last for 5 seconds. If you are attacking an helicopter, maybe not, but still you benefit from this shield of 1,000. The other difference is now the main battle tank is more effective against soft targets like the infantry, not in bunker mode. So when the infantry is on the move, you can engage it and you will score more hits than before. The blast damage resist by 75%. It's nothing new. This was added, I think, at version 10.0 or maybe earlier. But now you get more resistance, more durability, the shield. I mean, it's amazing. I love playing with the main battle tank more than ever. Now, I have a trick for you. A good friend of mine talked about that, and that was pretty clever. You know the shield is 8,000 for 5 seconds. As for the shield, there is a trick to boost that shield by 50% with an officer, and it's not what you think. Let me show you. So the trick is you go to officer. You have to scroll down in my case because she is not awakened yet. It's Whip Cracker. Yes, Whip Cracker. She is a gem of an officer. She kind of flew under the radar on my perspective, as I'm using now Bistro Officer, but she is pretty good. If you look at her Awaken skill, once you upgrade those 4 skills right there, you will awaken that skill, and it's called War is Life. So increases the damage resist of this officer's tank or helicopter troop by 15%. Whenever the troop enters combat when deployed in the field, it gains a shield of 500 for 5 seconds. Oh, sorry, 4 seconds. Now that shield goes from 1000 to 1500 for 4 seconds, and then 1 second later, the shield drops to 1000. Pretty good for an officer that is absolutely free. Now the rest of her skills, they're more defense oriented. So if you're looking for another officer to pair with Whipcracker, I would go with Valkyrie or Golden Eagle, or even Lady Justice. So that combo would be pretty good in my opinion, and I may consider her. I only need 1 skill to upgrade, because now I'm working on having a combo of 2 main battle tank on the field. I love the main battle tank so much, I may use 2 of them. Right now I'm using the light and the MBT together, works fine, but I'm considering working with 2 main battle tanks. Now, this is great news about the main battle tank. Sadly, in this wonderful game, not all is good. And the bad news is about the rocket truck. So before the developer's note, Lilith was saying that they were working or providing, yeah, they were working on buffing the rocket truck. When I read that, I was stoked. I was so excited. I used to play with the rocket truck. I made a lot of video about this unit. Back in the days before the modern unit came, it was like the most popular equipment. It could one-shot artillery. It was like a real threat to any howitzers, any artillery out there. So then came along the modern units, and this unit, like the main battle tank, kind of fell down the ladder at a point that it's not a solution anymore. It's not even a second choice. It sits at the very bottom of the barrel, like the bottom of the food chain, where every ground unit is a threat to the rocket launcher. If you play with this unit or used to play with the rocket launcher before, you know exactly what I mean. It is useless now. I still have it. If you look into my inventory, I still do have the rocket truck. I believe in the unit, and I hope it will make a real comeback this time. So when I saw that Lilith was working on that unit to make it better, I was exciting. I was hoping for maybe better ground speed, more durability, longer range, faster load speed. I don't know. I mean, something great. And when I saw the dev's note, they gave us sloped armor.
Sloped armor.
Yeah. And sloped armor gives you more durability against certain units. That's pretty much it. I didn't even bother boosting that unit to a 9.2. I asked a few commanders that are hardcore rocket trucks. There's still a few out there, and they told me, Mag, don't bother with the rocket truck. It's a little bit more durable, but that's it. It is still not great. So that is the sad news. And at this point, I'm not sure if Lilith is trolling us or they are milking those updates as they have something they keep for later for us. Who knows? But right now, the rocket truck was a huge disappointment. I wouldn't bother use the howitzer instead. It's more versatile unit. The rocket truck maybe okay for doing bunkers, but can you justify assembling that unit, a 7-point unit rocket truck, just for doing bunker work? No, it's ridiculous. So it's gonna stay like that for now, unless Lilith changed something. But instead of complaining like a Karen about anything and everything, I do have an idea about the rocket truck. So we are seeing more units that are dual purpose. Just the light tank and the anti-tank gun. Those units, they have a different firing mode. They have two different firing mode. This could be we could apply the same mindset for the rocket truck, and let me explain you what I'm thinking right now. So let's take example the HIMARS. Okay, you know the unit, you know the military equipment, the HIMARS. It's a rocket truck. It fires two rockets. The first one is the GMLRS, the rocket that, just like in the game, it fires it ripples a huge salvos of rockets. It got a broad area of effect. It does a lot of splash damage. It's effective against infantry, soft targets, howitzers. So this is the mode we all know about the rocket truck. The second firing mode could be an ATACMS. So the ATACMS is a larger rocket, fires at a longer range, okay, and it's more effective against structures or equipment like armor. So this way, you would have both of best world. However, you would have to manage this and change the firing mode depending of which target you plan to attack. I think that would bring back the rocket truck. It would make it good again or great again. So this is my idea with the rocket truck. What is your idea? Do you think that this unit, the Katyusha, the rocket launcher, the BM, do you think it's good enough? Do you think it needs a better buff? And do you think my idea is good? What is your idea? Please let me know in the comment section. That's it for today's friend. I hope you loved the video. If you did, consider dropping me a like. It helps other commander reach out for my content. Also, if you are not a subscriber, you can consider subscribing and press on the bell so you get notified every time I release a video. Most of the time, it's twice a week. I also have some lives going on. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video. See ya.